Galaxy 666, Bipel Toro. Session 40.
I suppose there's no doubt that they really do want this place, said Bronet.
Oh, they want it all right, said Oski. They want it a lot more than we do.
I don't want it at all till they wanted it first, commented Bronet with amazing frankness and simplicity. The remark sounded almost banal, but there was cogent psychology behind it.
Aren't we all rather like that? Said Ishklaw thoughtfully.
You mean none of us want a thing until somebody else wants it more than we do? Asked Bronet.
Yes.
I'll see what you mean. Things that nobody wants are left free, no regulations surrounding them. But as soon as someone else sees the value in something, we at once want it for ourselves, even though it may be of no use whatsoever.
Oski broke in with, Now we're back to the old parable of the dog in the manger. He couldn't eat the hay, but he wouldn't let the horse have it. It's exactly the same principle. The planet is no good to us, but we're not particularly inclined to let them have it.
Come to that, it's listed in our empire anyway. Galaxy 666 is recorded as part of the empire.
Quite definitely. If we let them get a bridgehold in 666, they may try for one of the other galaxies. A galaxy that we really do want. A galaxy that is a great deal of service to us. Going back to the Roman Empire again, said Oski. That was how the crack-up began there. Barbarian inroads here, barbarian inroads there. Constant retraction instead of expansion.
Ah, you can't stay static in the empire business, said Bronet. You gotta make up your mind at the beginning whether you want all or nothing. If you want all, you've got to go all out to get it. If you want nothing, well then, don't go into the empire business, because it's not for the timid.
There's an awful dualism in my mind, said Oski.
It wouldn't be the first awful thing in your mind, said Bronet with a grin.
You are informed today, aren't you?
Said Oski. Sorry, apologized Bronet. I don't know what the devil's getting into me. I'm pouring out insults and half-witted jokes to keep my mind off them and what the devil they're up to. I don't really want to get my mind off them, I suppose. I should concentrate on them and find a solution to the problem their presence has raised.
All right, said Oski. We've sailed together long enough not to need any apologies. I know you're a good bloke, basically. We're all feeling a bit rattled just now.
It was a strange deadlock of the peculiar gray-pink whiteness of the planet's surface. The enigmatical purple-red peaks looked down, and their shadowless heights seemed to throw a further challenge to the astronauts below. There has to be an answer to this problem, said Bronet. There's an answer to every problem.
There doesn't have to be one, said Ishklaw. It's just very nice when there is.
What about the dualism that you experienced in your mind? Korzak asked Oski.
It's the kind of dualism that every man feels, I suppose, answered Oski.
He was serious and very philosophical. The other three listened to him quietly.
You see, he went on, there's an ideal in all of us. And there's a kind of counter-ideal. Civilization vies with the primitive instincts that are dead but not buried. For some of us, they aren't even dead. This idea of conquest and empire building and so on has more in common with the primitive parts of our nature than it has with civilized man, I would suggest. Civilized man dreams of culture rather than of conquest.
Yes, I think I would be prepared to agree with you there, said Bronet, without sounding treasonable. Oski smiled.
Well, some of these thoughts have to be very carefully expressed, he said. I don't mean that I'm an anarchist. I believe in government, of course. I believe in government, but I believe in a just and fair government. This is one side of my nature, this half of the dualism. The other half of the dualism is my desire to go out and be the big white chief. That's the part of me that wants to wave the old flag of empire. That's the part of me that wants to go out and establish my superiority over the other races I meet. That is the side of me that wants to go out and shoot that thing just because it has pseudopods and I have hands. Part of me tells me that it is an animal. The other part of me tells me that it is a fellow intelligence and that we ought to exchange cultural ideas. The animal side of me wants to swap bullets or energy blasts. The civilized side, the side I'm proud of, wants to go and make friends with the thing and divide this planet up between us in a civilized manner.
It can't divide it up. It's already part of our empire. It can't go giving chunks of the empire away to the first aliens that come along, said Bronet.
But how could we claim that it's part of our empire? We've never colonized it.
Would you like to come out here as a colonist? Asked Bronet.
No, of course not, said Ishklaw. Would you?
There was silence. Then Ishklaw laughed.
There you are. The dualism is in all of us. Every man is partly a socialist and an idealist, and the other half of him is fascist, imperialist, or capitalist. Sometimes one half of us predominates, and sometimes the other. We're all crazy mixtures where none of us are 100% of anything. The different elements in our natures are so distributed that it's possible to find all the shades of opinion from extreme right to extreme left, both theologically and politically. You will also find every shade of philosophical view.
This is all true, agreed Ishklaw, but I don't see the kind of dilemma you're in about not knowing whether to go and fight our aliens over there, or whether to go and try to make friends with them. Insofar as that particular aspect of the problem goes, then your thoughts are definitely relevant. On the other hand, he paused. They were hanging on every word he said, listening very carefully indeed, weighing up his thoughts. He could feel their attention. Mentally, he was a swimmer towing cerebral rafts through waters of thought, heading for logical landing stages.
Here ends Section 40.